Welcome back to Stocklabs. It's market recap time. This is for the week ending February 18th. So we started the week with Valentine's Day, which was a not good day for markets. There was a lot of sort of volatility in the tape and ended up finishing down. We sort of started a little bit of a rally into midweek, but then it basically ended Thursday, and Thursday, Friday, we just went straight down into the long weekend, basically closing on the weekly lows almost, which is not very encouraging for uh, people positioned bullishly. So I thought sort of this week that we would have a pretty good week, since the preceding week was, it seemed like it was stronger under the surface than what the indices suggested, but then not really generating any momentum this week at all, was sort of a little bit discouraging and a little bit concerning overall. As far as our actual performance for major indices this week, we had, okay, gold was up. I mean, interestingly, this high yield ETF was up. I'm actually even second guessing whether that's even right, but um, yeah, this high yield ETF was up, which has just been going straight down for the entire year. And okay, top performing index was small caps, only down 1%. S&P was down 1.5%. Q's down 1.7 and Dow down 1.9. So you could sort of guess just from this that the tech trade is continuing to be quite soft. And if we take a look at the major techs, at least the majors by market cap, yeah, they were all down, and with like average performance negative 1.9. Facebook, another 6% this week. I mean, I've started seeing a lot of people dig around Facebook as a, like for some reason it's a no brainer down here to be long Facebook, but I don't know. I'm not seeing it. Google down 3%. I mean, Google's a little more compelling than Facebook, but um, yeah. Then Microsoft down 2.5. Kind of drifting away from that 300 level. The 300 was kind of sticky for a while. Um, Nvidia had earnings this week, I think, and they were. I mean, obviously the earnings were good, but when you're dealing with these stocks that have run so hard for so long, that um, you know they're subject to pretty steep pullbacks. So, and Apple is still kind of treading water, but just leaking lower. Down less than 1% for the week, so it beat the Qs and beat SPY. But top performer was Netflix, basically flat for the week, and I think sort of this 380, 400 area is where the disclosure came in that Ackman was buying this up. So you might expect this area to be a little bit of decent support for Netflix. Tesla is had an okay week. I mean, okay meaning that it didn't completely collapse, but still kind of down around this 850 level. So just general weakness in all of these. I mean, yeah, I had mentioned before that when these are all moving together, whether it's up or down, that's basically just going to decide what's going on with the indices. So Um, the fact that these are all just getting liquidated every week is kind of, it's hard to do anything with the indices. You just have to sort of watch for when and where the buyers reappear in sort of this cohort of stocks, and then you'll basically uh, you'll have a better feel for direction of the overall market. Um, Go to industries just to see how breadth was. Okay, healthcare was an underperformer, which has been fairly common. Tech obviously dragging down 2% median basis. Utilities kind of this is it's a pretty solid down week for utilities in a week where um, it was risk off. People are looking for sort of safer areas of the market to park money, and for utilities to sort of get hit like this when this is the environment we're in is a little bit surprising. But even basic materials were down 1%. I mean, it's probably, maybe it's nothing, but this trade has been really stretched. So it could be time for a little bit of a pullback in the materials trade. Okay, somehow industrials were up and consumer was up. Financials flat, services flat. Man, I mean, slight down week overall in the indices, but you don't really see any. You don't see any real pockets of actual strength. Top sectors, yeah. I mean, you don't want to see gold as the second highest performing sector, although none of these green sectors were over 5%. And on the downside, we didn't have a ton, but we had several down 5% or more sectors. So app software, SaaS, I mean, this trade has been murdering people for about maybe 3 months now. A lot of these stocks, 30, 40, 50% off highs, from 2021. So difficult for at least the newly minted, uh, you know, momentum tech type traders. Okay, cannabis down 7%. We don't care much about that. And then oil and gas. What else? Breadth wasn't. Last week, the breadth was actually pretty good. I think it was the best we had. Best we had for the year so far. And it's not terrible this week, but also it's not. There doesn't seem to be any sort of conviction one way or another as far as what the asset allocations are going to be going forward this year. So, not much to get out of this at the moment. I'm going to go to. So this is sorting by market cap. 1 to 5 billion, down 1.5%. Okay, kind of in line with the overall market. 5 to 10 billion, same thing. 1.5% down, 1.6% down. 10 to 50, okay, 1.6%. These are really uniform. Mega caps, 2% down. So underperformance in the bigger stuff. And the biggest stuff down 1.5%. Okay, so basically everything was down 1.5% across the board, which is sort of dead in line with the S&P and the Nasdaq. I mean, Nasdaq's down 1.7. S&P was down 1.5. So yeah, it's the week was sloppy overall. Obviously, um, it started weak, and then sort of got a little bit of a rally. I mean, maybe there wasn't that much. Maybe it was just strictly short covering, and once that ended, the bids disappeared again. But um, yeah, the overall breadth this week was uninspiring, but also not the worst thing that you could see. As far as this coming week, okay, we have coffee and biotech rated bullish. I know a lot of people have been trading this biotech ETF here kind of whenever it's banging against its lows. I mean, it's had some good rips here recently. I don't know. We'll see if this is if we can catch a larger turn in the biotech sector, because I mean, like we said, it basically went straight down from going back probably a full year from right now. So from February 2021 till now, February 2022, I want to say biotech hasn't outperformed for more than a day or a couple days at a time. Every other time, it's basically dropping. Um, so let's see on the other side of this. I mean, you kind of want to see more sectors rated bullish. Okay, but what's rated bearish here? So okay, solar is bearish, um, but volatility is bearish. Okay, UPRO is. I want to say UPRO is. I can't remember if this is long or short. Okay, short Qs is bearish. Drip is bearish. Gold is bearish. Okay, so FAS is bearish. Okay, so there's a lot of these bear ETFs are rated bearish, which should be bullish for the market overall. But the flip side of this is that the actual bull ETFs um, are not rated bullish. So it's hard to have um, much conviction as this. I'm probably still going to play for a rally this week, and I wanted to start sort of on, well, markets closed Monday, but on Tuesday, if there's weakness on Tuesday, you probably just want to take a shot buying it to see if you catch a reversal, because I think a reversal from sort of this area is going to be a little stickier, just because of how washed out the market is. You could get more of a sustained rally, rather than just a one day thing. So yeah. Oh, we also have we introduced news on an individual stocks page. So this is sort of the same format as this news wire, except um, it's only news for this particular stock. So basically, this will scan the full news wire and only spit you out the Amazon stuff. So good thing to have. I know people look for company specific news a lot. So now it's all right here if you go on any stocks page, and there's a news tab right next to Pelican Room. So you can see like how people were talking about Amazon, and then what the real world is saying about Amazon. Okay. So that's about it. Hope you all have a good long weekend, and yeah, we'll be back to it next week, and talk to you guys later. Bye.